If if they use the water or ice, don't do it. Like ice is like a huge thing in other countries. It's not like, it wouldn't be like America where you're freaking everywhere's got ice. It's like a delicacy, which is really weird because I thought, that'd be just a normal world thing. It's not. It's a delicacy. Oh, dude, I'm just chilling and killing. I don't have work, so I'm just playing some Mountain Blade, doing random stuff, chatting about ice. I think we had a. Oh, dude, it was Christmas. I can't complain. We had a teacher in high school, or was it in high school? I feel like it was high school. I don't know. He was telling us one time about how I think it was like he went to like Cuba. I don't think it was Cuba, but he went somewhere in South America, and they use when they give you ice, they reuse the ice somehow. He kind of lost me when he was saying that one. I think they put it in like beer buckets. I think you talk, or like their style of beer buckets, and then they would use that ice to put it in your drink. And I was like, I get what he's saying about not wanting to drink it, but it's also like, it's ice. It ain't gonna be clean either way at that rate. I definitely would understand not wanting a bottle of. It might have been India. He was telling me some place. I forget what he was telling me. I just know if you go to foreign countries like that, don't drink the ice is what they always say nowadays. Yeah, water. I'd say a lot of places are saying they don't drink the water. I also generally don't think I'll ever actually leave the country though. I'm poor. I might go to like maybe one of these days I might see Canada or something, but I don't think Canada's that far of a. Not exactly. I don't. India's just such a rank. I'll ever actually go to India. It's just kind of not really my style. It's kind of. So it's wouldn't be in. I wouldn't go to India just to try the food. Hit this guy. Gonna run away and pretend I didn't see him. I think he took the hat. And like, let me think here. The water is like a delicacy, and then air conditioning. Because some countries are hot. Other countries, sure it makes sense. Like England, where they're like average temperatures like 70 degrees year round. Probably realistically wouldn't need an air conditioner. It really wouldn't be that hot. But we're talking like if you lived in the desert where it was like 100 degrees year round. And you didn't have air conditioning, that'd be insane. Wisconsin or Florida, those are two hugely different states. You got the cheese state and then the Florida man state. I would say it just depends on like, are you a freaking a beach guy or? I mean, from what I understand, Wisconsin's got is very scenic. I guess Florida would also be pretty scenic, but I'm just not a beach guy. Honestly, I've never been to the beach, but I'm just not a beach man. Hopefully it's not enough of them for to get to keep. Man, they got 16 left. We're good. heard I mean, there's some cool stuff in Florida though. I wouldn't mind visiting Florida for like, you know, Orlando Studios or Universal Studios. My bad. I wouldn't want to live there, but it would be cool to visit. I think Wisconsin's got some like it's pretty good, like scenic wise, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good hunting and fishing in that area. I'm not a hunter by any means, but heard there's some good hunting in there, out there. I mean, if you like fishing, I heard there's good fishing too, but I'm not like the biggest fan of hunting or fishing. Just not my style. Either that or I might be thinking of Montana, but pretty close to the same state, right? Honestly, like I don't have anything against hunting necessarily, but I think hunting is just kind of a weird thing to do. I've seen plenty of hunters to just they will straight up tell you they just hunt because it's manly. Oh yeah, I've heard Colorado is beyond scenic. And I've heard it's an amazing place. I've seen I know someone that's traveled there and it looks really good. It looks really cool. Oh, I got way more than I thought I did. It definitely looks really cool. Like a lot of those places, if you're into hunting and fishing, they are insane for stuff like that. One time I was sitting in a restaurant eating my grub, and some random dude was sitting in the restaurant, and I heard him talking about the only reason he goes and hunts is because he thinks it's a manly thing to do. And I've ever since then, I just thought hunting was like the least manly thing possible. I really never thought hunting was manly to begin with, but like him saying that just made it beyond unmanly. I don't know where he'd get the idea that it's some random dude where you're sitting in a restaurant. I just heard him. He was talking of. I don't know if it was like his first date or some crap with some lady. He just said it to her, and I was just like, "That's got to be the lamest thing I've ever heard." Hunting is beyond unmanly. If you're providing for your family, and maybe it's somewhat manly, but like overall, the hunting itself is it's not really that manly. It's not. It's just you're there. Most of the time you're sitting in a tree stand and you shoot something that does not see you. Like deer literally cannot see you. They cannot look up to look at you. Yeah. So it's just like, you know, that it just doesn't even make sense to think that's manly. Like if you were hunting bears or something, that'd be kind of manly, assuming you're not sitting in a tree stand. Like lions. You know, something that would actually have a chance of messing you up as much as you were messing it up. Yeah. Like a taxidermy, or you're a butcher? I know a guy who's going into he does taxidermy on the side. It's kind of odd. He looks good though. He's pretty good at it, from what I understand. Yeah, pretty much. Feel like it'd be at least somewhat manly. Do they hunt bears with shotguns? Honestly, thought it was handguns. Also, really have no idea. Thought they used like a 357. I hate this. I guess you could do a 357 rifle, maybe. I don't know if there's a. I don't live in a state with bears, so I don't know if there's a legal hunting of bears. I highly doubt it. Then again, depending on how it is, I'd imagine it probably is some sort of legal hunting? Also, I don't know. I don't know what state I'd even look up to figure out if there's legal hunting of that. If there's a ton of them, I'd imagine there'd have to be some sort of legal hunting ground for it, but... I'm not 100% sure what state I'd even look up. Maybe Kentucky? I also don't... Does Kentucky have bears? I feel like that might be wrong. I guess I'm dead. I got a second to look here. Oh yeah, I can see it. Okay, there are 9 states that offer bear hunting in spring. Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Oregon, Washington, Utah, Arizona, Alaska, and Maine. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you can hunt them. It's only spring. I'd imagine it's probably really close to deer hunting. I'd imagine it's more restricted than deer hunting. You can only hunt one, probably. Unless you buy more tags, you probably only allowed to have one. And you probably have to be licensed to hunt that. And again, bears are kind of huge. How would you get a bear out of the woods? Like deer are pretty big for your average Joe, but they're not like you know 1,000 pounds like some bears could be, or 600 pounds. Your bigger deer are probably like 200 pounds. Talking of bears, probably triple that size. Kind of makes me wonder how you get that bad boy out of the woods. Oh yeah, it'd have to be massive. Even then, you still have to drag it onto it somehow, and I feel like that'd be a huge hassle. Just all around, it'd be a bad experience having to deal with that. I guess if you get a ton of meat off a bear, though, it'd be cool. Be worth the hassle. Just assuming you get a bunch of meat off of it. Otherwise, why would you even want to hunt a bear? I know a couple guys that hunt coyotes, and I've never understood why you hunt coyotes. I don't think they eat them; they just literally hunt them. Straight up. Well, I get that, but like, can you eat them? Are they like gross to eat, or? Oh, so they're not like super nasty. Gotcha. Kind of figured it'd be like, I've never heard anyone eat it, so I figured it'd be like kind of nasty or something. That's like deer though. I've always heard deer is kind of like an acquired taste. I think it's like super chewy, I believe. Deer, kind of chewy. Yeah, most people I know in the area when they hunt deer, it's jerky only. Kind of hard to mess up the texture of jerky though, so if it's jerky, it's just gonna be like kind of a little harder, maybe a little chewy, anyways. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about like deer steak and burgers and whatnot, but I've only ever heard of people doing jerky. I think I've had deer jerky once. It wasn't too bad actually. Really depends on who's preparing it too, though, because I've had sometimes they just don't season it right or whatever, and it's like, this is bad. This is trash. I only have mosquito burgers anyways, it don't matter. You know, honestly, some shooting things is fun to some people. I could definitely see that. Not my style, though. You too, bro. You have a good one. Good chatting with you. You ever eaten crocodile scrap? Crocodile, silly. I don't know if you ever. Do you get it like the fair when it comes to town, or? I always see it. I always seen they had like crocodile bites, and I'm like, I wonder how good that actually be. I heard it's like chicken. It tastes like chicken. No one ever says the consistency of it or texture or whatnot. There's like chicken though. Heck, I went to a couple fairs this year and didn't even see one selling crocodile. Kind of threw me off. Usually that was like the common thing. Get all your white folks trying to get some crocodile, get that exotic food going. Didn't see it once this year. Heck, dude, did you go to any of the fairs this year? They were super expensive to go to. Beyond expensive, friggin'. Trying to get like one lemon shake-up, it cost you 12 bucks. Like, who is buying this? I had to realize I was poor and quit going to him. I was like, I can't afford this. I ain't got $12 for this little drink. Shout out to lemon shake-ups. Gone but not forgotten. You see the story about the Walmart CEO complaining that they were gonna have to drop the prices of stuff because of people weren't buying as much? No, he was. I guess. Oh, he was like complaining. You know that they're gonna have to lower prices in Walmart's because there are less people who are buying stuff, and it's just like multi-billion-dollar corporation Walmart complains about losing profits on their freaking 75% increase rate from last year or 2021. It's hard to believe. It's not like this man's about to lose money if they're up 75% from 2021 and inflation's only gone up like 14%. Only 14 is a heck of a statement, but like we're talking they're at a 75% increase. And he was worried about, he was complaining about him. It's like, dog, calm down. He's worried about deflation, which is like, you know, it's a valid point, but it's also like, at the same time, it's like, bro, that makes no sense. If you're up 75% and you can't handle dropping some money, you're probably paying your CEOs too much. You're getting paid too much. They were talking about the loss of jobs and stuff, and it's just like, There's no way Walmart's just gonna fire a whole bunch of people because they gotta decrease the price a little bit. Walmart's done it for less, though. Walmart on top. You know, Walmart's the number one employer in the country. They have the most employees out of every business. I believe they're like on top of like 26 states. There's a couple states that are like, you know, different companies. I think Colorado is Boeing, which is really random because how many employees does Boeing have? But yeah, they're on top for like 26 states. But you also gotta think there's a Walmart every, yeah, heck, what, 50 miles maybe? That might be a little high. Like a McDonald's almost, one every 4 blocks. I believe the whole idea behind McDonald's was they wanted one every 5 miles, and that's just insane. That's a lot of Mickey D's. Too much Mickey D's almost. The quality of Mickey D's is a little better. Probably wouldn't be too bad, but man, Mickey D's quality is downhill. Bring back the McDonald's brothers, they'd love it nowadays. I watched the McDonald's movie, and I guess the profit numbers for McDonald's, if they got the 1% they were originally offered, it'd be like a big chunk of change every year. Massive chunk of change. Yeah, like the 1% of McDonald's would be a huge chunk of change. It's something closer to like 2%, but it'd be a huge chunk of change every single year. And they turned it down. I guess they had to stick to it, but shout out my boys McDonald's. Who died on the battlefield? My guy or their guy? My guy.
Enough.
You ever? I had asked freaking someone earlier this. You ever see the TikToks about folks realizing that tortilla chips that you get served at Mexican restaurants, or in fact cut up tortillas like shells? You ever seen those? I've seen like 8 different videos of it, and I'm always sitting there. I'm like, what do they think tortilla shells are? Where they don't realize it's a cut up shell that gets deep fried. Like, what do they think it is? I've seen so many of those videos, and every single time I see one, it just looks like every single time it's just like, this is why everyone makes fun of America, because they're stupid. Like, I'm American, and I'll gladly admit those people are stupid. Like, what do they think a tortilla shell is? Yeah, like what do they think the freaking tortilla shell is? Or the tortilla chips, I guess. Like, I just gotta wonder, what could you possibly even think it is? It's pretty obvious what it is, but what would they even think it is? Yeah. You know, like, at least depending on what brand you would buy, like I believe it's Tostitos where they have the miniature round ones. You know, at least those ones I could be like, okay, I could see why you would question that one, but it's also just like it's obviously just a smaller toast or tortilla. I don't know where you're gonna it's just obviously a smaller one. You know, they did it so it looks better than cutting it up. Americans, man. Maybe I'm chronically online. Kind of sounds like I am. I think I need to get a day job. Spending too much time at home. Bro was playing Sid Meier's Civilization. Ain't no way, my fella. Gonna have to introduce that man to a good game. Minecraft. Civilization 6 had so much potential and just flopped. It's so bad. Poo-poo game, poo-poo game. Why is it snowing? We are in the desert. I think. These dudes are beast. That dude didn't even block down. These guys are gone. My guys in the wall here and mess up the town. Paint the town red. Ski. Were you there yesterday when I was talking about how they made, I guess, let me think of what the magazine's called. Rolling Stones, they said Ski Yee was like the top song of the year, and I'm like, what? I don't think whoever runs Ski Yee by Sexy Red or something like that. No. Good, you don't want to listen to his trash. I was sitting there chatting with someone one day and they randomly told me about it. It says it's their favorite bar song, and I'm like, I gotta listen to this trash. And I listened to it, and I'm like, what is this? And people are saying it's the song of the year. If you get bored, just check it out. It's like the worst song I've ever heard. And people are saying Ski, and it was announced. Alright, Rolling Stone tried to say it was the song of the year. I believe is what I saw. Or they said it was something. Bring my boy freaking. Can't even think what his name is right now. He does worst songs of the year. He's gonna announce that as the worst song of the year for sure. Can't think of a song or our name right now. I used to love watching his videos. Buckley, Dosa Buckley. He gonna come out and say that's the worst song of the year. Ski. A dose of Buckley. What are they doing up there? I respect it. Not the spot I would sit in personally, but I respect them for doing it. Did you check out that fire? You're gonna love it. So don't have you bugging in the club. Oh my lord. Gonna have you twerking 3 different angles. It's good stuff. Trust. Ski.
I hate when I fucking miserable. If you don't have Serena and science, you can't go to the rest of the side mission because it requires you to hack your fucking thermal at -4 million times 15 fucking science. Who the fuck just puts all those fucking...
It's even worse because you have to be like level 9 million to get to some of those. You have to freaking get to level up so high, and it's like so hard to level in that game. That's why I like Skyrim. I think they need to do the Skyrim system more. Way better. Ski.